How's it going, everybody? Oh, we're here in DeSoto, Texas, just south of Dallas. We picked this millwork up yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. Wow, get over there. It was raining a little bit, so I got no filming. I would put my I've got a waterproof casing for my GoPro. And I would put that on, but it's hard to hear when that thing's on because it's, you know, watertight. It sounds all muffled. So that's why I don't film in the rain. So yesterday's video, or the one that came out yesterday, I talked about coming to Maverick and benefits of coming to Maverick, all that good stuff, right? And I had a couple of comments, and I want to address at least one of them in today's talk, because they have a valid point, but I want to counter that point. All right, so things that people don't like about Maverick, and one of the main things is when you come to their school, all of our trucks are automatics, or what they call an auto shift. Okay, and when you get your CDL with Maverick, you have an auto shift restriction on your CDL, meaning that you can't drive a manual truck unless you go back to your licensing agent with a manual truck and they retest you on that manual truck. Okay, just is what it is, right? And the comment was, you know, don't limit yourself with just being able to drive an auto shift. Okay, valid point, correct? However, all these big companies, I don't know of very many that don't. They all use auto shifts. They all use my automatic trucks. Okay, automatic trucks have a shifting point for an optimal shift. It saves gas, fuel, if you want to be technical, because we put fuel in our tank, not gas. But anyway, it saves the company money. All right, it allows them to be able to grow. Plus, it's something else you don't have to worry about while you're driving. I don't have to worry about shifting. I don't have to worry about stalling. I don't have to worry about shifting. I don't have to work hard. I don't have to kill my leg and my knee pushing in a clutch 700 times a day. Now, here's something you might not know about these auto shifts, is you can put it into manual mode, just like having a flappy paddle gear shift on your newfangled car. Little paddles on your car, click, 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 upshift, downshift. It's the same thing on this truck. On the Jake brake stock, on the stock on the right hand side, you can push in a button, and then and it'll go to manual mode, and you can upshift and you can downshift. Okay, I still don't have to push a clutch, right? Now, manual gears, manual transmissions are gonna go away. So it's not gonna matter in the next 5 to 10 years whether you have a restriction or not on your license that says you can't drive a manual truck. They are gonna go away. They're gonna be regulated out by our government. It is what it is. That is the way it's going. There are very few cars nowadays that have a manual gearbox and a clutch. Very few. And if you want to order one with a manual gear shift and it's available, it costs you a buttload of money. When I was growing up, an automatic would cost you more. And now it's the manuals that cost you more. Government regulations. Especially when they get this whole electric thing sorted out. Because that's where we're going. Alright? This industry, the car manufacturers, all these places that I've delivered to over the last year, they're building billions of dollars worth of facilities to build these batteries and the infrastructure to go electric. And it's the same thing with the trucks. Once they go electric, there will be no shifting at all. It'll be one gear. It's just the nature of it. So whether you if you're new coming into the industry and you're a young guy, whether you get a manual on your license or an auto shift on your license, it's just not going to matter in a few years. It's just not. It's just not. So that's what I wanted to address. That the other thing that holds people up on coming to Maverick, well, there's two things. All right, there's the governing of the truck. We are governed at 65, and for 2 hours a day we can go 70, right? I don't even have that equipped on my truck. It's a software update that they have to do. All these trucks come governed at 65, and then you can have the if you're flatbed or boats, you can have them update the software where you can drive 70 for 2 hours a day, and it's really meant just for passing so that we can get past other trucks that are governed at 65. All right, and I don't even have it equipped on my truck because I don't need it. All right, it sucks a lot of gas, a lot of fuel out of that tank. And these guys that struggle with their bonuses and stuff because their fuel mileage is not where it should be, that's why, is because they're in a rush to get where they need to go because they don't do good planning, or they want every single dollar out there, right? So they drive 70 miles an hour all day long, or for at least the 2 hours a day, you know, and they're sucking up their fuel mileage, right? And I don't drive that way. You know, I plan, I make sure that I can go where I need to go in the time allotted, and that's what I do, right? And my fuel mileage is fine. I'm usually in the top 10 on my board. All right, somewhere around that top 10, you know, might be 12, might be 11. Right now, I think I'm third on my board. You know, I drive them out, I drive the amount of miles I need to drive, and I keep my fuel mileage at the right at the right level. You know, and I don't drive 70 miles an hour ever. Just don't. I've had it equipped on other trucks, but when I got so what I really found was my students were mashing on that throttle, you know, wanting to drive that 70 miles an hour and sucking up my fuel mileage. So when I got this 23, I just didn't have them equip it with it. I didn't have them update the software. Now our glass division, they're not allowed to go 70 miles an hour. They have to go 65. They're not allowed to have that update. And I can understand, you don't want them, you know, driving too fast and breaking the glass. Glass is fragile. But anyway, that turns a lot of guys off. You know, they can't drive as fast as they want to drive. You know, so they just don't understand that you don't have to be a speed demon at doing this stuff. You rush while you're out here. You work quick while you're out here doing this stuff. You know, you find the way that is the most efficient for you, and then you don't have to rush while you're on the road. Right? When I get up next to somebody that's doing 65 and they don't want to go, you know, they're doing 65, I'm doing 65, I'll slow down to 63 and I'll let them get on down the road. It's not gonna matter. Sure not. Allow yourself enough time to get to where you need to go, and then you don't have to rush. Yep. The other, but a lot of these companies are governed at 65. Some of them are governed at 68. It allows the company to have better fuel mileage on their trucks. And when you've got, you know, 1,000 trucks, 2,000 trucks, 3,000 trucks, like some of these companies, you got to save that money anywhere you can. A lot of owner-operators, they get their own truck, and then they want to drive 80 miles an hour down the road, and then they wonder why they can't make any money because they're putting, you know, $1,000 worth of fuel in their truck every single load. Well, I can get 6 more loads a month if I drive 75, you know, but, you know, you're only making, you know, 2 more loads worth of pay because the rest of it's going in your tank. I mean, go figure. I mean, apparently some of us just like to work harder than others. I don't like working hard at all. I was always under the impression you work smarter, not harder. You know? The other thing that people don't like are the cameras. Okay? They for some reason, they think those cameras are there to catch them doing stuff that's gonna get them in trouble. And that's just not the reality of it. Oh, get up there. Oh. Come here. It's just not the reality of it. I have spoken to people at Maverick. I believe he was one of our vice presidents about these cameras. The driver facing camera and the outward facing camera. And a lot of guys think they just sit there and monitor these cameras. They do not. they do not have the manpower or the money to have someone sit there and monitor 1,500 trucks every day worth of cameras. They don't have the resources. And I was told that's not what they're there for anyway. All right, they run on an algorithm, just like YouTube, just like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of the rest of these internet-based companies. And what it's looking for is it's looking for behaviors that need to be corrected. So it can recognize when you have your phone in your hand. All right. And that is really the only time that if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, it'll recognize it, right? What it's really there for, what I was told, and I don't have any reason not to believe it, is to make sure that you can keep your job if something does happen. If you run into somebody slams on their brakes in front of you, they're driving erratically, anything like that, you know, it's to help the lawyer say, no, our driver was doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing. All right. and keep you out of trouble. And when I talked to him, we had our driver facing cameras for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so by that time, something like that. And he had told me that they had already saved some of our guys' jobs just by that camera, because they were doing exactly what they needed to be doing per DOT regulations and Maverick rules, Maverick safety rules. And and the people that were suing them didn't win their case, and our driver kept their job because they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. If you do what you're supposed to do, and you're supposed to be doing out here, which is drive that truck, keeping the public safe, you have nothing to worry about. Like that camera's not even there. And people will say, well, I just don't like being on camera. You're on camera 24/7, people. I don't care what you're doing. If you're shopping in Walmart, you're under a camera. You're driving down the road, the city has cameras on you. All right? You're chilling in your house. Guess what? We've got an Alexa show, got your computer open. That camera and that microphone is on you. And you go, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. You don't think their microphone is picking you up? You don't think your phone camera's picking you up? Your phone's microphone is picking you up? Open up Facebook. Start talking about a product and see if those products don't pop up on your Facebook ads in about a second or two. When you download all these apps and you agree to whatever they've got in their end user agreement license that you didn't read because it's 75 pages long and the text is about the size of an ant, you agreed to it because they gave you something free. Nothing in life is ever free. Got to pay for it some way. Yeah. I've worked under camera supervision my entire life, my entire working life. Go work at a factory, they got cameras on you. Go work at a retail store, they got cameras on you. Go work in an office setting, they got cameras on you. Cameras everywhere. So what if they put them in a truck? I act like that camera's not even there. I did the exact same thing in my truck before we had the driver facing cameras as I do right now. Not once have I been called about something I've not been doing right, because I do everything I'm supposed to do. And if you do everything you're supposed to do, you don't worry about that camera. It's that simple. Who cares? Maverick is a good company. I've been with them for 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years now. I don't have any issues with them. I don't have any designs on leaving. The only thing that would make me leave is my body. If my body tells me I can't do this anymore, I'll have to go do something else. But right now, I got no designs on leaving. So if you want a good company to work for, you know, and you want something with some longevity, you can be here. They got 30-year drivers, man. That should tell you something. Should tell you right now that there's good longevity in a company. You know, if they got people been with them 30 years driving. So call up your recruiter, put in your application, and if you can't get a hold of a recruiter, email me, send me your name, send me your phone number, and I'll send it in and see if we can't get them to call you. I had a guy Instagram me the other day and said that he's tried and tried and tried and can't get anybody on the phone. Send me your name, DM me on Instagram, send me an email. It's all down there in the description. I have contacts. I'll see if I can't get somebody to call you. It just takes a little effort. It's a little bit, they are very picky about who they take. Okay? They just are. And they can be. Be patient. Be patient. Things are slowing down a little bit, so it may be a little while before you can get in, but you know, be patient. But I hope that helps with some of the issues that people might have reservations on. I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff off. All right, so while I was folding that tarp, that last tarp, I was thinking about, you know, what the comment section might say to the things that I've said today and the things that I've said in the last video. And if you've not seen that last video, there's a card up there. Hit it. Pause this one, go watch that one so you're up to date. And hit that subscribe button while you're down there. I need to do that at the first of my videos, man, instead of being in the middle of the videos. Hit that subscribe button. Everything counts. Watch a video or two. That's all count. Anyway, so the buzzword of today, well, in today's society, is transparency, right? Everybody got to be transparent. So, for transparency's sake, some of you guys out there are probably saying, well, he gets paid to say this about Maverick. Okay? No, I do not. Well, technically no. All right, so we get a bonus for referrals. Okay? And if you want to say I get paid that way, sure. When I get a referral, like I got one this week from somebody, I have no idea who they are. Right? And that's how it usually happens. I have no idea who these people are because they don't send me their email, they don't send me their name and their number, and I don't put it in as a referral, it just shows up. Okay? These are people that think I'm doing a good job and give them value in these videos, and they reward me with a referral. And I thank you for that wholeheartedly, because that pays for my vacation. And I like going on vacation. And they're usually not cheap, because I like to go to where there's a beach. And there's no beaches in Arkansas, because we're not surrounded by an ocean, right? So in that respect, yes, I get paid for doing this YouTube channel, and YouTube pays me for my views and clicks and all that stuff. I make about 1,300 bucks a year off of YouTube. Okay, so yes, doing these videos do pay me. All right, Maverick does not pay me. They do not dictate what I say. They don't give me topics to talk about. They don't tell me to put their company in a good light. As a matter of fact, I have been told by our social media manager, because sometimes there are things that I want to run by them just to make sure that I'm within, you know, their rules and procedures as far as social media goes. And I'll give you an example. I was contacted by a company that wanted to sponsor some of my videos, and you guys might know it, Trucker Path. I use it every day. Okay, and I got an email from them, I don't know, last year sometime, and they wanted to sponsor, be part of their affiliate program. Well, since I work for a company, and technically I'm on company time when I'm doing this stuff, I ran it by her to see if that is something that I'm allowed to do on my channel. And she said, I don't know, nobody's ever asked that before. And so she ran it up the chain, and they came back and they said these exact words: it is my YouTube channel and I can do whatever I want on my YouTube channel. Okay, those were Maverick's words. All right, I did not do that. I didn't take the affiliate program sponsorship. My channel is my channel, and right now I'm not doing those kind of sponsorships and stuff. Okay, I don't want someone dictating what I need to do and placing a 1-minute commercial right in the middle of my videos. I don't want to do it at the moment. And I've had a few of those from different companies. Some things I thought might fit, some things that don't. But I was told specifically that I do whatever I want on my channel. I talk about whatever I want to talk about on my channel. And some of y'all are cussing me right now for walking back and forth to that box, but I don't care. My truck. And these 2 days, these 2 videos that I've talked about Maverick, they have not asked me to do this. All right, these are my opinions alone. And what prompted it was our social media manager just talking to me and another truck driver on ideas of how they could get, senior drivers in. They had that mandate from the higher ups on their social media to try to facilitate that, and she wanted ideas. She wanted to know what truckers thought, and she is a very nice lady. She has always treated me well, always smiling, always been there. So that makes me want to help her out, right? She treats me nice, so I treat her nice. But I just wanted y'all to know that Maverick does not ask me to do this. Okay? They just don't. They watch my videos. They know what I talk about. And if there's an issue, I'll talk about that issue. I just haven't had very many issues. Because they seem to be a good company.